Hey everyone, today I'll be doing a sketchbook tour. Anyway, let's get started. So this is my third ever sketchbook, and it is the Ohuhu marker pad sketchbook, and it was my first ever sketchbook that I filled with color along with just sketches. So let's go ahead and see what's inside. And so here is the cover page for my third sketchbook. I forgot to add the end date. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so I started the sketchbook December 16th, 2020 and finished it March 29th, 2021. And it didn't take me too long to fill the sketchbook, about 4 months, maybe a little less. And this was probably the first page I filled in the sketchbook. As many of you do, I skip over the first page. And I did some simple sketches, and that is, I think, one of Ren's OCs. And here was a video that I made quite a while ago, and it was drawing a mistletoe princess, and I really loved, at the time, how that video turned out. And here are some just simple sketches, and I had the mindset where I had to fill every single page of my sketchbook, even if I wasn't feeling good that day, or I felt like I didn't want to fill this because of the bleed, but that's why all these sketches are really messy and not really a whole lot of thought are put into them. And I don't remember whose contest this was, but I know I filmed this back in December. Next, we have some more simple sketches and simple pen sketches, but this one I am very proud of. This was actually my first ever collaboration, but this video never went public just because the person I was collaborating with was having a difficult time with their channel at the moment, so that was postponed, and it's still not up, but that is quite okay because I really loved the sketch and loved filming that video. Next, we have just some more sketches, and I gotta say, this is one of my favorite spreads of just sketches I filled in the sketchbook. Even though there is bleed right here, I really love this mermaid. I love all these squares, and I love these little jellyfish, octopuses kind of things. But I really love this sketch right here. It's like more of a jester sketch, but it's really cute, and I like the mermaid. Here was actually redrawing a character that Ren created. And she made a video of a princess based off of gingerbread, and I love that character so much, I went ahead and redrew it. Oh, don't worry, this gets better. Okay, so here are some more just random mermaid sketches, and I really like these two. But here is actually Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, and I know, rough, very, very rough. But don't worry, you'll see very soon that this gets a lot better. And here is a candy cane mermaid, and it was a 3-color challenge. And a lot of these pages are actually videos because I didn't want to sketch my sketchbook because it was a more expensive sketchbook. Like my past 2 sketchbooks were only $3 and this one was like $17. So I was very nervous of using the sketchbook just for sketching, and I mainly used it for videos. But later on you'll see I stopped doing that. Here is where it says it gets better. I really love this, but the markers behind it, which stinks. But here, more of Toothless. I really like that one, but I do improve from this point, which is great. Some more sketches, and I'm sorry if I'm flipping through fast of these sketches. It's just some of these I really don't like. Some of the proportions are just really off and really bothering me. Here was another video I did on my channel, and it was designing a character and off of a prompt, and I think this one was like a sorceress or something, and I came up with this idea that I really loved and drew it bigger, but I like this mini sketch better. I don't like okay, let's just not look at those. And here's another sketch I did, and it was a girl based off of a show I was watching. And here was, again, the concept that I felt like I had to fill every single page, even when I didn't feel like it. I felt like I had to fill every single page before moving on to the next one. And I knew I was doing markers on the next one. That's why I just scribbled all over the page. And I really don't like any of these, so we're just gonna move past that. Here is the video that right now has the most views on my channel, with over 3,500 views, 3.5K views. But anyway, here is this spread. Here is I'm not exactly sure. It was a 3-color challenge, but I thought I wanted to make kind of like a Night Fury or Light Fury kind of dragon. And if you're wondering what all these dragons are from, they're from How to Train Your Dragon. And so yeah. And I thought that one turned out so well. When I got these colors, I just wanted to draw a deadly natter, which again is from How to Train Your Dragon. And I really love how this one looks. I like the mouth and teeth. And this is like my first ever go at this type of dragon, and it turned out really well. When like this type of dragon took me like 20 or so sketches to get right. Here are actually my sister's markers, and they were just some water-based markers, and I was just testing them out in my sketchbook. So when I do pages like this and just use a little bit of color, so here I was drawing some goldfish, and I really like this one. I feel like a couple of those turned out really well. And here I was designing some characters. I don't really know what happened to them, but anyway, let's move on. Here I was practicing, I don't know. I think one day I was just trying to fill a page in my sketchbook. And so there was a bunch of random little sketches, and especially some of them did not turn out so well. Here is when I got the Arteza brush pens. I think it was actually for Christmas, but I didn't swatch them until now, or till then. And here are all the colors, and there's 48 of them, and I just want to swatch them. I don't think I swatched them out all correctly, but that is going to be okay. I was just trying to get an idea of the colors. Here I was following a how to draw book, but it was more like a drawing in 30 days kind of thing. And in my current sketchbook, my fourth sketchbook, you will see another page dedicated to these. And I actually finished this book, but I'm redoing it because I think I've improved since then, and I want to see my progress. I really like this house and these flowers. I think it turned out really well. Ooh, here's the video I did, and it was a collaboration, I think, with Hershey Draws. This page was actually planning for this character, but everything I did I didn't like. So I don't know what happened. I think I walked away and came back to it. And it was a one huge challenge, which is only using one color, not exactly marker, but color, and the color we chose was orange. And this was a second part to this video, but kind of like a series. And I was designing another character, and I really love her character design. I might actually make her a character and possibly draw her more. Here was something for a story that I created, and let's just say that story changed quite a bit. I really like these two characters. And if that one looks like a certain original character of mine, there's a reason. And you can look at some of these. And these were just kind of like character designs I was coming up with, like little side notes to myself, their color palettes and things. I really like these two. Ooh, here is actually just a spread I really did have fun with, even if it's not the cleanest or prettiest. I really like this sketch though. But it was where I sketched it out in purple pen and went over it with my lightest purple marker, which as you can see was really not that light. Here was just another sketch. I think I was supposed to color this, maybe, but I guess it never happened. Here was another collaboration. It was kind of good versus evil, I think was the topic, and I chose to do two mermaids. Oh, here was a 10-minute, 1 minute, 10 seconds challenge, and this was actually not the one on my channel. I filmed this one but lost the footage, so I had to redo it, but I love this one a lot better. And you'll see the one that is currently on my channel, that spread, soon enough. Here was that collaboration video. That was the final illustration. Here I was just playing with blending, but I was just practicing, not necessarily designing a character, but just playing with color and such. So here I was designing what my desk setup would look like, and I think it was January or February, and my birthday's in April, and some of the things I wanted for my birthday I was really excited for, and so I just kind of filled this out. I have this setup exactly, but I have some added things, like right here, my hoo-hoo markers over top of this. I have watercolor stuff, and some other little details, but this is pretty much accurate. I didn't get to finish it. I think I was supposed to color it, yeah, because I left this page blank, but that didn't happen. Oh, here I did the Pinterest challenge, and let's just say this video was a really big mind opener for me. Not because of the actual type of content, like the Pinterest challenge in general. I really loved how this turned out, and this video got a lot of good feedback. I did not hit 1,000 views or anything crazy like that, but it did receive, at the time, I think 150 views, which was a lot. At the time, 50 was like my normal, So I was wondering like, why in the world did this video get so much views? And I really don't know. But this video, I actually had no fun with. Like, I don't know what happened, but I was in like the most sour mood filming this. I think I didn't want to film it. I don't think it felt good that day. But I filmed it and I really liked how it turned out. And once I was done, I just closed my sketchbook, walked away. Like, I did not feel like doing anything that day. I have no idea why. But I loved how it turned out. I mean, it's a good piece of my sketchbook. This is one of my, at the time, was my favorite drawing illustration without line art. And as you can see, I do not include line art, but I used coal erase pencils to sketch this out and color it. Here is the 1 minute, 10 second challenge video. And I drew my original character, Rin, who does look very different now. And let's just say I was not very happy with this video. Here, I was just testing out some more colors. Here, I was trying to practice drawing more realistic noses. Ooh, here I was practicing drawing some hands. I think I ruined it with the coloring because these were water-based markers and they definitely do not look very good on this paper. And so let's go ahead and flip past that. But I did learn a lot about hands in that spread. Here was when I changed my style. Later on, I do change it back, but this is my style for like a month or so. I felt like my style was okay, but I really liked the more realistic style. And so that's what I did, and I loved it. I love how it turns out. And I went from like drawing eyes like this to drawing eyes like that. And I love the difference. I don't know why I went back exactly. I think it was because, I don't know, I like drawing this style, but it just didn't feel like my style, and I eventually just changed back. Here was more practice with that eye style, and I was just drawing to draw, I believe. Here was actually a photo of my mom. It doesn't really look much like her. Here was again that old style, and I was just practicing drawing in coal erase pencil, and this was me drawing a pineapple girl. I don't think she was anything special. Here is a 3-color challenge that I did, and I absolutely love it, and at the time she was a lot happier, but the fine liner was smudging, and I don't know why. Also, my friend ruined it accidentally, kind of intentionally, but mostly accidentally. And I was really upset with that. And also this blue thing was something my friend did. Here was another kind of like, I don't feel like drawing, but I feel like I should draw all day. And I was just letting my mind wander, doing whatever I want. This was actually planning for the cover of my sketchbook. Oh, here was me just sketching. This was sketching with color. I literally sketching with markers and building up, and it was a fun video experience kind of thing. I really like this one and this one. These two I really like, but it was really hard because I was like going in with the final couple strokes and I couldn't really do much with it, and it was hard, but I mean, I had a lot of fun. Here I was just planning out some colors for fan art of a Star Wars character. Here was Melon Doodle's contest, I believe. Here was me kind of redesigning Rin, like her character design. But I really loved this. I loved how it turned out, and I'm so glad I did a little redesign on her. Here was a 3 primary color challenge. And if you're wondering, I made the brown from adding the red, then the yellow, and then the blue on top of that. And then I went over with all 3 colors again, and it bled through a lot, but it kind of looks like brown. Here was a video I made, and it was actually in a Hoo-Hoo marker swatch chart, and that's this swatch chart right here. Ooh, here was me just practicing cats, and I really love how this turned out. Here was that Star Wars character I was talking about. My favorite Star Wars character of all time is Ahsoka Tano, and she appears in the Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, which are both animated, and she also appears in The Mandalorian for a brief episode. Here is her full body color poses. Here it was just me kind of filling another illustration. It was not for a video, but I had a lot of fun with this. And here was my video on drawing cats. And they're not the best cats in the world, but hey, I was practicing and having some fun. Here was actually when I got into watercolor. Here was why my art got worse video. Here was my video on the 5 glow markers, and these were actually some pretty good markers. More watercolor, just random little things. This is not a watercolor sketchbook, that's why I didn't do a whole lot of watercolor in it. Here is the last spread of my sketchbook, and it was a spread of me drawing hands. But I really like these two. Okay, so there we go for my 3rd ever sketchbook. I feel like this was one of the sketchbooks where I see a lot of up and down in my art. Some of it's really good and some of it's not so much. But anyway, thank you so much for coming along with me on the sketchbook. I hope you have a great day. Bye everyone.